Now that I have the shell of the box completed, finished, all laid out, and ready to go, we need to add a top to it, a drawer, and I'm going to put in some dividers. So the top is going to have a little window so that a picture can be put in there. That's all going to be made out of the ash wood, with the backer being a piece of plain down maple. The inserts are going to be maple. They're going to be two thin strips going horizontal, and then another two going vertical. And then I'm going to have a drawer with a small little pull on it. And that is also going to have a little wedge so that it doesn't come fully out. And then it's going to have two spacers on the side to kind of keep it snug in place, with a mitered front so that it kind of all looks nice and smooth and clean. So, all right, let's get to it and finish this build up. Like I said, this is part 3 of this build, so be sure to check out the other 2 videos if you haven't watched them already. First up is the top of the box. I'm just using 2 boards as fences to cut a cove. I also created a detailed video on how to do this, which I linked in the show notes below and at the end of this video. Then, after the cove is cut on the table saw, it needs to be smoothed out. So using a gooseneck scraper and then some sanding, I get it nice and smooth before I take the 2 boards apart. Now the first groove I'm cutting is for the insert of the frame so a picture can be placed inside. I cut this now because the piece is flat and it's easy to handle. I also cut another dado on the opposite side so that the top will nestle inside the box. Then I make my 45-degree cuts and glue up the frame. I cleared out all the bug holes and filled them in with black epoxy, just like I did in the last video with the other ones. Then I sand it down and start on the finish. While the finish for the top is curing, it's time to start on the drawer. So I take measurements of the opening so I can cut up all the parts. Now, because I put a 45-degree miter on all the box sides, I wanted to match the drawer front so it would fit flush as well. Once my pieces are all cut, I use the table saw to cut a rabbet in the drawer sides, in the front and the back for the bottom to sit in. Then we can sand everything up and get it ready for glue. And this is the part of the video that nobody likes to do, but we all need to as content creators, is ask for your subscription. I know, I don't know if I deserved it or not, that's up to you, but it helps my channel grow, it helps me put out more videos, and I really appreciate it. So if you feel I deserved it, please subscribe, like, put down a comment below. All of it is engagement on the video, and it helps the channel grow and reach other people. So I appreciate it, and I thank you. Now it's time to cut the plexiglass to size. Notice there is only about a 1/4 inch hangover on my 6-inch roller on the inside of this top. If this foreshadowing wasn't obvious, it is now. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but this is definitely not 5 3/4 on the mark. But I'm about to learn the hard way why to measure twice before cutting. Lucky enough, I bought extra. This is very easy to cut. You just take a sharp blade and you score the plastic. You lay it over an edge and it'll snap with a crisp, clean line. And that's too small. Okay, final pieces. This is the maple backer to the picture frame top. And now I'm cutting the dividers for the top of the box so that there are individual compartments. And the reason I'm using this maple is because it's already cut very thin, and it just so happens that it was such a perfect fit for all these different components of this box that I needed. I'm cutting halfway through on all the dividers so they will easily fit together without moving around. I take one pass through each side, make my adjustment, and then take the other pass right next to it to widen it so the board fits. Isn't it funny how you have to go through the worst part of a project to get to the best part of the project? Complete the sanding, and then you get to put the finish on. The hardware is the final touch. These picture holders will hold the backing in and are easily movable so the photo can be swapped out whenever he wants. And then this goes in here like so, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you put a picture in there, and then you put that backer in there. Exactly. You put those in there, and that there. How cool is that?
Cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And now the drawer pull is the last piece of the box. I tried making one, but that was an epic fail. It came out looking like a drumstick. It's terrible. So I decided to buy one. However, with something this small, you can't buy just one. You have to buy 32 of them. They were less than $10, but still, can't they offer 8 or something like that for $3? I mean, come on. And here it is in all its glory. Over a year it took me to make this, from cutting up that tree to milling up the lumber and making it into this box. Lots of lessons were learned, and I have to say I'm very proud of how this turned out. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to subscribe and like. And I'll see you next time.